Hi everyone. I just wanted to go over the end of Unit 2 and beginning of Unit 3 since we're coming to that point. So Unit 2 is on social context and access to quality health care. And when you look at the due dates, you will see that you're finished everything at this point except for your online 05 project, check 02, and your reflection 02. So your online 05 project checked looks exactly like your first one, and you can just add to what you submitted the first time, or you can submit something different. But I'm interested to see where you are in your project and to see if you need any help with it, because at the end of Unit 3, you're going to have to submit it. So then you also have Reflection 02. And those things come up this weekend. When you look at Unit 3, you will see that we cover 3 different social determinants of health. We cover access to education, economic stability, and environment or neighborhood. And so I want to go over what you should be thinking of when you're looking at these different social determinants of health. So in education, you should be looking at, does access to education impact your condition or disease? So for example, does someone with more education have better or worse outcomes, or does someone with less education have better or worse outcomes in relationship to what you're doing? In economic stability, you should be looking at, does someone with more or less economic stability have better or worse outcomes? So if someone is more economically stable, are they better off with the condition you have, or are they worse off? Or if they have lower economic stability, do they have better outcomes or worse outcomes with whatever you're covering? And then environment, the question is, how does environment or a neighborhood impact the condition that you have? So we're covering 3 different social determinants of health in 1 week, but they're easier to cover than the first 2 that we went over, which are much more complex. If we look at the due dates for Unit 3, you can see there is an online assignment for each of the social determinants of health. There's a discussion board like every other unit with 2 posts, and then there's a reflection. You also have the option to do this optional assignment. You do not receive a grade for it, but you will receive feedback. And this optional assignment is for you to complete a progress report for your final project. And what you're doing is you're telling me what you have so far for your final project so that I can give you feedback and you can get the best possible score in your final project. So as you can see, Unit 3 only lasts 1 week. In each of these units, you can see that there are web links, just like in the past. So for each of your topics, there should be some web links here. There are not as many web links as there were in the first 2, because in the first 2 social determinants of health, I wanted to give you a lot of ideas on where you could go for information. But since you have all of that information, you should need less help than you need in these 3 social determinants of health. And then very quickly to look at Unit 4. Unit 4 will have an extra credit assignment, and I'm going to hide this now because I'm going to change it to something that I think is more fun. And I'm also going to give you a couple options. In Unit 4, what you're going to be spending your time doing is you're going to be looking at your peers' work for the semester, reviewing what they did so you can learn from what they learned, and you're going to be evaluating your own projects and each other's projects, and then there's a final reflection. So all of Unit 4, which lasts about a week, is designed to help you really pull together what everyone's done for the semester, and I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of Unit 3. I am enjoying reading your work. You're doing a great job so far. Keep up the great work. And I'm really excited to see how your projects are coming along, because from what I'm reading in your discussion boards and reflections, it seems like you're really getting into your topics and becoming experts in those areas. So keep up the good work and make sure you reach out to me if you have any questions.